Hey everybody, I'm Natania from the Community Voice, and I want to thank you for joining in with me on this community talk. I'm here with the director and writers for the movies Pearl Part 1 and 2, Devon Bray and Micah Dennis. These two have been making waves in the film industry in Wichita since at least 2016, and now Bray Films is becoming a household name. Micah is the writer, one of the directors and producers, and sometimes an actor for the films.
Have to, yes.
And Devon is the producer, director, cinematographer, and editor for the film. All right, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for
having
being
us.
with me.
Thanks for having us.
Seriously. How are things on the set for Pearl Part 2? Have things wrapped up?
Yes. Exhausted, but it's wrapped up. It's wrapped up. In case something don't look right and I need to call somebody, but good thing all the actors is in Wichita, so it's not gonna be a problem.
You two have worked together on a lot of different projects. There was Mind Games and also Loose Ends back in 2016. How long have you known each other?
We've actually we know each other for quite a while. We went to the same church. I knew he was big on music videos and cinematography and as an artist himself. And I went to him and I was like, "Hey man, I know you do music videos. Do you want to get into like movies or anything? Like I got some scripts that," and he's like, "Man, get them to me." He's like, "All right, hold on, they're in the car. I'll be right back." So I gave them to him. And really, I mean, we didn't start filming together until about 2015, 2016 when we did our first project. But we've known each other for, I'd say, at least a decade.
Is there a particular genre of film that y'all like to work on most?
I'm really big on suspense, drama. Not really horror. I'm not into that anymore. But I want something that when someone leaves the theater, they're like, "Wow!" Really had to think about that. Really had to process that movie or the twists and turns that happened.
Right.
What about you?
I'm definitely thriller, suspense. Simply because I used to love horrors, but when I got into the faith, that kind of died down. My spirit kind of can't handle it now. But thrillers is like a cousin to horrors. So, and then you can deal with more real life issues. So, thriller is like my thing. Yeah.
What filmmakers have inspired you all? You said Jordan Peele inspire you. Is that the same for you too?
Jordan Peele's a big inspiration for me. I love his style of writing. I love the twists that he does. I'm a big fan of cliffhangers. I got a lot of inspiration when I first started out from other filmmakers doing short films when they put it on YouTube. Just really kind of gleaning from that. It's kind of really what got that fire going in me. But big time, definitely Jordan Peele right now. He's doing what I see myself do.
Which is something we can agree on. So kind of like perfect as far as working together.
So Devon, what has been your journey into film?
My journey into film was just being an artist, needing a music video, which became a real difficult task to get it on a professional level. However, in the process of doing that, I seen some things that made me feel like that I can do it, and so I end up, grabbing the camera with the money I had and did it and had success in it. And it's just one of them things where I realized I needed to discover, my giftings and who I was and what I'm going to probably do for the rest of my life. So it wasn't something I wanted to do. It's something that I discovered and began to start loving it. So it's my destiny. When I go find out people that's related, that's Brays, they're all into film work. And it's like I don't know how I stumbled on this. But it is what it is. We're here now.
Absolutely. Yep.
What about you?
Started back, my wife and I, we started writing short stories with each other when we first got married. And then from there, we started watching just short films on YouTube, web series. And that really kind of got me. I was like, man, that's something that I can do. I want to do that.
So what has been some of the most challenging aspects for y'all to overcome in your film journey?
For me, just taking care of the people. We can focus on just the movie and do it pretty much how Hollywood do it. But a lot of our actors, people that we really know, love. So the burden for us, it was more making sure everyone was okay with what was going on, and what we were doing, and what we're trying to do, and what our vision is. everyone is like, Mike and Bray, go for it. You know, we behind you 100%. So that's where I kind of get my strength from. But it's a lot of energy exerted, just taking care of people, making sure they're eating, making sure they got the scripts, making sure they're confident in coming on set, delivering their lines. So we got to do a lot of coaching. We got a production team, which Delno and Thomas and Ayanza. So, I mean, it's more to it than just showing up, you know, reciting your lines, you know. So, yeah, it's just dealing with people just always going to take a little energy.
Wow, that's deep. So for Micah, what is the process of writing a screenplay? Did you work with a team at all?
So no, when it comes to writing, I'm a little bit of a control freak because if it's someone else who brings it to me, okay, whatever, I work with you. But if it's mine, it's mine. You know, it's my baby, it's my brainchild. So first, I sit, I'm pondering, I'm thinking, you know, what's a good, you know, is this idea that I have for a movie? The first thing I ask is, would someone want to watch this movie? If it's something that I don't think someone would want to watch, I don't pursue it in the sense of I'll write it as a hobby and just kind of have it like as one of my collections personally. But if it's something that I don't think people would want to watch.
So in 2018, how did you guys come up with the idea for Pearl? Or was it?
So Pearl was originally a short film by the name of Marie. And it literally was maybe, 15 pages? I mean, it was literally built as a short film. We casted everybody out as a short film. It's a script that people can relate to with Travis and his journey through drug use. And then from there, after reading the script and starting getting into it, he's like, "Yo, we got to make this a full-length feature film. This cannot be a short film. We got to develop these characters. We got to tell his story, show him as an everyday human being, the whole nine." So it really just stemmed from just being originally a short film.
How did you guys publicize? Was it by word of mouth, social media?
I think because there's no movies in Wichita, that had its own pull. Because I would meet a lot of people that knew I had a movie out. I knew at a certain level our quality had to get better and better to really spark people's attention. And we knew the more reps we get, the better we would get. And our quest right now is just solely on just getting better and better. You can't tell what we're doing versus Hollywood.
Right. So there are a lot of familiar faces in the movie Pearl. Was everybody locally cast here in Wichita?
Yep.
Yep. Everyone here in Wichita.
Some that we're proud of,
Yeah. What was the audition process like? Was there a significant turnout?
Yeah, very huge, overwhelming, particularly for Pearl 2. 70, 80 cast members, and not saying I know every single one of them, but we knew most of them. So we already knew what their abilities was right off the bat. Because when you're casting for actors, our way of kind of escaping dealing with a lot of inexperience is finding someone personality that's already in line with the character that we're casting. Or we would shift our character before we try to make them act out a character.
As far as the first audition, I think we had close to 80, 85 people send in their headshots and kind of their quote unquote resumes, and so it was a really awesome turnout. And I don't, I've looking at it from the outside. I haven't been in the film in Wichita really inner circle group for a while, but there hasn't really been an audition or casting call like that before. So when that happened, it wasn't just Bray's demographic. It wasn't my demographic. There was a huge amount, just people like, yes, this is what we want to do. So, and it was really a beautiful thing to see that it wasn't just, because, Bray's popularity or, anyone's specific name assigned to it this is an acting gig.
That's nice. So how many film sets around Wichita did y'all have?
The solid consistent probably about 20, 25.
That's what he wrote, but we ended up using about 30 something.
Nice.
I done threw a little extra something.
Was there any pushback from the city that stifled your filming at all?
They've been, every time we've needed their help. Anytime we're using any prop guns, always let the WPD know. They've been more than helpful, very, very cooperative. They understand what we're doing, and there hasn't been any issues like that at all.
Part 2, what was the energy like on set?
It was very high. I felt like the actors feel like they had to prove themselves. A lot of people try to talk about their inexperience, but that was their first time ever acting.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so I mean, I guess they can't get mad about that, you know. But nonetheless, everyone came in with high energy, like, you know what, we about to kill this, and they did. They came and showed out.
I know you don't want to give any spoilers, but can you give us a sneak peek at Pearl Part 2?
Well, just remember, we're kind of tapping and dealing with mental health issues here, addictions here, kind of the repercussions behind the addictions, and then the people that supply the addiction. So that's where you start dealing with the street era of it, because they're supplying the drug, but then you get to see the person that's on it and how it's impacting him, and then how it's impacting the people that's distributing the product. So we kind of have a very large range of things that we're covering, which give this new movie a runtime between an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours.
What are your plans for the future? Is Wichita enough, or will you expand your borders?
I don't see myself leaving Wichita, I mean, unless the Lord tell me otherwise.
Of course, for me, nada. I love Wichita, family atmosphere. We're growing. We're getting, you know, for me to be born here and went to the elementary that's in Wichita, and the middle school that's in Wichita, and the high school that's in Wichita. It really
316 for life.
316. It's more of a pride thing. So me and my wife talked about it. We would have houses in other states, and we would probably spend weeks at a time there, months. But this is where, plus the house that I can build here for the type of money.
Man, talk about it.
I'm going to build a castle for
$1 million.
Right, for $1 million. That's it.
So, guys, I just want to thank you again for being my guest this afternoon. You guys, it's been wonderful to sit down and really get the inside scoop of what's going on in Pearl. I can't wait to see it. I'm excited for your new movie, Pearl Part 2, which will be released December 11th at the Warren
Old Town.
in Old Town.